Hello everyone, welcome back to Excel How to Start series. In day 3, the link will appear here and you can find it in the description as well. We talked about data input and entry in Excel. We reviewed editing and selection. We filled series and ranges, copied and pasted cell in 3 different ways, and we navigated ranges. Today, we will continue our journey and keep up with this series. Hello everyone, welcome to morethanexcel.com. My name is Mahmoud Basyouni. If you just joined us, please subscribe or follow our pages, and surely do not forget to like our content. Today, we will talk about formatting cells. With the range created in the last day, I added a count of cars and the total values per brand. Let's select our headers, go to Home tab, then Styles. Let's click on this small arrow to display the Styles window box. Excel provides some predefined formatting, split into categories. Each one is formatted in its own way. Some status formatting, showing normal, bad, good, and neutral, data and model, title and headings, then some themed cell styles, number format. We also can create our own cell style. If we pass our mouse over the different styles, Excel previews the end result for the selected cells. Before going further, I will take a snapshot of my current font formatting and put it here to compare the changes. Let's go back to Styles and choose for our header, Heading 1. My headers had changed and took the formatting chosen. If we compare with our snapshot, we found that the font size had changed to 15, the cells are in bold style, the color also has changed to blue. There is also a bottom border added. We will see where we can find the borders in the coming minutes. Let's change the rows format now. We will select the serial numbers and the total values. I click on cell A2 and drag till cell A8. I press Ctrl and keep it pressed, then click on E2 and drag it till E8. Expand the styles and choose the 60% accent one. Then click on cell B2 and drag it till cell D8. Expand the styles again and choose 20% accent one. Click on cell A9 and drag till cell E9. Expand styles and choose total style. After formatting our range with cell styles, let's have a look on how we can format our entire workbook. Before doing anything, let me move my range that it starts on cell G1. I will select the full range, move my cursor to its border. Once my mouse turns into the Move tool, I click and drag till my range starts on cell G1. Let's deselect the range by clicking on any cell. Go to Page Layout, then to the Themes group. Click on Themes, and let's just pass our mouse over the different themes available. Note that every time I hover my mouse over a different theme, the full range changes its formatting to match the theme I'm previewing. I will choose Mesh Theme. The full workbook took a new formatting style. If you remember my font snapshot, the workbook used Calibri font. Now the full workbook has Century Gothic as font. Even my cell styles has changed to match the theme selected. In Themes group, we can also change the colors. Let's choose green. We can change the fonts. Let's choose Console as Verdana. We can also change the effects for the objects and shapes we insert. Any change made in this themes group will affect the whole workbook, which means all sheets. If I go to the sheet sales and I change the theme to Wisp, the car dealer stock sheet styling changed to the new theme selected. To undo, I just click Ctrl Z. I will move my range back to start in A1. Let's just resize our columns. I click on column A and drag till column E. Move my mouse to any line between those letters, in the range selected, and double-click. The columns are automatically resized and all my data is shown. Let's now see how we can do our own formatting. I will select cell A2 till A8. In my Home tab, in the Font group, I will change my font to Arial Black. My numbers have different fonts now. I will increase their size from 11 to 14 by clicking a few times on this big A, or by choosing 14 from this drop-down. I also don't like their color, so I will change the font color, which is this A sign, to gray color. Then I think it's better if I align them in the center of their cells. So in the alignment group, there is vertical alignment, which are those three buttons, and I have the horizontal alignment just below. I will choose the center. Since all the remaining cells have smaller size, I will give them middle vertical alignment. I will select cell B2 till cell E8, click on middle from vertical alignment. You will see that all the content are vertically aligned in the middle of the cells. Then I will select cell E2 till E7 and give it a bold style by clicking on the B in font group or by just pressing Ctrl plus B. As you may already figured it out, Ctrl plus I will give you italic style and Ctrl plus U will give you underline style. Let's undo with Ctrl Z. Now we will put some borders. So let's select from A2 till E8. Click on this border button and choose all borders. The result isn't as good as I expected it. So let's check how we can improve our formatting. I will undo with good, Ctrl Z. In all tabs, some of the groups has extra options. And when they do, they have this little arrow shown at the bottom right of the group. So while keeping cell A2 till E8 selected, I press on this arrow, the Format Cells box appears. To access the Format Cells box, I can use its shortcut, which is Ctrl+1. I can format the type of data entered in the number group. I can format alignment, for example, horizontal or vertical. I can play with the fonts. I can change my borders. Yes, this is what I want. And I also can work with the fill. Let's look at our borders. I want to have a gray border that goes in the inside of my range. So I will change first the style of my border. Let's choose this one first. Then I will change the color and choose this gray. And click on the horizontal line inside this box, which is in the middle, since I only want to have border in the inside of my range. A line appear in the box. For the vertical one, I will choose this dotted line with the same color and click on the vertical line also inside the box. And now I have a nice looking table. There is more options to be explored. Please take the time to check them. I hope you enjoyed day 4 from Excel How to Start series. If you didn't subscribe, please do it and activate the bell to get notified of our new content. Also share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. I will surely get back to you. See you in our next video on morethanexcel.com.